All right. Let's get it started. This is Joe from the Buckeye Cast. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Just say yes in the chat or no in the chat. All right. Let me know if you guys got something you want to talk about. Obviously, we want to dive into the game mostly, but let me know if you got questions. Just enter them in the chat and I will answer each and every one of them. Is anybody watching this Michigan game? It's pretty boring. 44-7 with 5 minutes left. Pathetic. Beating up on high schoolers from Colorado. It's not nice. Let me know if you have any questions or any topics you want to talk about. What did we talk about today? Oh, we talked about the player prop bets on the Daily Blitz that I released this morning. Hopefully you got a chance to check that out. What do you think? CJ Stroud over 3.5 touchdowns tonight? I got way over, in my opinion. Looking for questions, any topics? I think Tyler Buckner stays well under that 225.5 passing yards. There's no way an inexperienced quarterback getting his first start going against this defense that has heard it, for 9 months, and they're just going to let him throw up and down the field. I don't see it. And their wide receiver core is so weak anyways. Lacking experience. Yeah, that's not a good recipe for a young quarterback, that's for sure. How about this? These rushing yards, Travion over 95.5 tonight. What do you guys think? Over, under? What about Mayan Williams, 32.5, CJ 4.5. I got Travion over 95.5 and Mayan as well. I don't know about CJ. He takes a couple sacks, that'll hurt his rushing stats for sure, We got 4.5 hours till game time. Any questions, any comments? We're going to go for about 30 minutes. Any topics you want to discuss? Throw them in the chat. Chat. What about these other games going on today? What is Iowa doing? Jesus Christ. 5-3. Are you kidding me? 10 minutes left in that game over South Dakota State. Texas A&M in a barn burner with Sam Houston. How's one guy playing a whole team? That was terrible. How's about, can I interest you in a Maryland versus Buffalo, 31-10 Maryland? Going to take that one to the house shortly. Rutgers getting beat up by Boston College in the Fighting Jeff Hafleys. But they do have the ball midway through the fourth. Bowling Green up on UCLA. Come on, Chip Kelly. What are you doing? That's pathetic. Let me know if you got something you want to talk about. I'm just going to sit here and jibber jabber to myself. I have a case of verbal diarrhea. Whatever I see on screen is what I'm going to say. A&M is in a delay. I think they made it to the half. Michigan not going to hit that over. I think it was like 60, 61, something like that. NC State, everybody talks big about NC State this year, but they're only up 7 on East Carolina. So maybe take it easy on that. Looking for comments in the chat, questions. Anybody think that Buckeyes are going to score over 50 tonight? I got them at 48-20 beating the Irish. And Michigan scores again. Jeez. Coming at you live. This is the YouTube Live. Throw this back up on Twitter, see if anybody bites. Share with your friends, your family. People you don't like. What else is going on around here? Did you happen to see the 5 keys to a Buckeye victory daily blitz from the other day? Number 1 is the toughness back on both lines of scrimmage, offense and defense. Can the run defense get a push up the middle? Can the offense move guys off the ball? That's going to be my first one. Who are the stars? Who do we see at receiver besides JSN? And Marvin Harrison, I guess, definitely is going to get some action. But what about Fleming? He hasn't really done much. Igbuka, will he be in the rotation? Jaden Ballard, maybe some deep balls to him are in the mix. That's my number 2. Number 3, how many catches does the tight end for Notre Dame have tonight? I got him. If you keep him under 5, I think the Buckeyes got him contained well. He's the only weapon they really have on offense, you know. Is Lathan or Court going to cover him, or do you bracket him with 2 guys? You know, a linebacker is probably not going to be enough. Steele's not really big enough. I think Court is probably a little bigger and definitely taller than Steele Chambers. So I think you put Court in coverage on him. Hopefully he's improved those coverage skills. Lathan's a possibility too, but he's given up like 10 to 15 pounds at least to Court Williams. So who's covering Mayer tonight is my question. My 4th key to victory is, how did the safeties look? I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning thinking about Ronnie Hickman getting an interception on a tip ball and a tip by another safety. So I think these safeties are going to be important. I just want to see how it looks on the field, what their responsibilities are. Are they showing one responsibility and then switching to another at the snap of the ball? We know this Jim Knowles defense likes to give you multiple looks. So we just need to see it on the field, right? And who's starting at the slot safety? Is it Cam Martinez or Tanner McAllister? Most likely the transfer from Oklahoma State, Tanner McAllister, will start. But does Cam Martinez get in there a bit? And then my 5th key to victory is Jack in the Jack. How does Jack Sawyer look in this new Jack position? You know, what does he do? Where's he lining up? Because they say this position in this defense can line up all over the field. You know, flexed out off the line. He can be like another linebacker lining up in the middle. So is he blitzing all the time? Really interested to see what happens there. So if you guys have any questions or anything, please put them in the chat and I will answer them immediately. What do you think about this Buckeye offense against this Notre Dame defense? It's probably the best D-line we're going to face until the Michigan game. Definitely better than Penn State's. But this Buckeye O-line is supposed to be the best in the country, according to PFF. Notice, by the way, Notre Dame's offensive line is number 2. So my question is, who's better? Who's going to perform better tonight? How did the Buckeyes take advantage of that defensive line? What do you guys think? I got Travion, like I said, going for over 95.5 on the ground alone, and mine over 32.5. So those are a couple of the prop bets they have on the players. Any other games you guys watching or interested in? See, Michigan's continuing to pour it on here. Iowa still can't figure out where the end zone is. 5-3 with 6.5 minutes over South Dakota State. It's a home game too, by the way. It's in freaking Iowa City. God, that's disgusting. We're going to crush those fools when they come to Columbus. We are going to crush them. I was looking through this box score for the Michigan game, just want to see who's doing what. And not overly impressive. You got McNamara, he's thrown for 136 and 1 touchdown so far. They've kind of spread the ball around in the backfield. JJ has a few rushes. He did have 4 passes for 30 yards, that's all. But JJ had 3 rushes for 50 yards and a touchdown. Donovan Edwards, as we thought, would contribute. Blake Corum, obviously. CJ Stokes, don't know much about that kid. None of these receivers are doing much. 2 to Roman Wilson, 1 to Eric All. Cornelius Johnson with 2, Colston Loveland, a bunch of dudes. Jesus, who are these people? So not a great offensive output today. 440 total. But kind of a split, almost a perfect split. 206 passing, 234 rushing. So, yeah, good job. We're all very impressed. We're going to go for about 30 minutes today. So if you guys got anything you want me to touch on, throw it in the chat and I will talk about that. And I promise I will not sing or do any more rhymes today. Maybe after the game. We will be doing another one of these YouTube lives tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. I don't really watch the NFL, so hopefully it doesn't coincide with your Browns or Bengals or whoever you might be watching. But I will put it out on Twitter, and if you subscribe to this channel, you will get alerts every time we go live, and check it out. Looking for questions. Any questions? Hit me up if you have any questions. Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want me to talk about? Even better. Any questions? What else you guys watching the Georgia-Oregon game coming up here at 3:30? Could be ugly. Think Kirby will run it up on his former defensive coordinator, Dan Lanning? Possibly. Who else we got? Cincy, Arkansas. That's going to be a good one. It's going to be a smash mouth kind of run the ball. See who can be tougher kind of game. What else? Nebraska. Oh God, against North Dakota. Not North Dakota State, so they're lucky there, but still. Didn't look so good last week in Dublin. They did not get the Lucky Charms. USC is taking on Food tonight at 6. Rice is coming into Los Angeles. Hit me up with your questions, topics, anything you want to talk about. How about Harbaugh and this stupid quarterback system he's got going with McNamara got the start today, and then JJ gets the start week 2 against Hawaii. Is this the stupidest idea you ever heard of? He's just setting it up so he can start JJ. So had JJ played today, then McNamara next week, McNamara could easily just say, we're just going to keep McNamara at starter. But I think he's going to start week 3. I think he's going to stick with JJ unless he goes out there and totally shits the bed, which is possible. Who knows? But this system is insane. I've never seen this done before. Oh, nice. And how are you supposed to learn anything about a quarterback when you're playing against shit teams like Colorado State and Hawaii? And then week 3, you got UConn. That's insane. So stupid. Harbaugh. He's got to do everything weird. Why is that guy so weird? Looks like we got about 15 minutes till Oregon and Georgia kicks off. Who you guys got in that game? What's the spread? I think it was touchdown. I have 16. Jesus. Georgia favored by 16, over unders 54.5. Yeah, I could see that. I could take those points. So, all right, we're going to go for about 10 more minutes. We're not getting a lot of action on the chat. Chickadee chat. It's like a not so good day in Iowa. Let me know if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about. We will be doing our normal Sunday night podcast. I'm going to see if we can do that live possibly, but it'll be 8 o'clock. Otherwise, if I can't do it live, we'll definitely release the podcast and the video version on Monday morning. So look for that. Hit the chat. Anybody out there? Thank you to whoever voted in the poll. 2 votes. I appreciate that. Time is ticking down. We'll go for about 5 more minutes. What do you guys think? Over under 10.5 wins for the Buckeyes this year? Got to go over, right? Looking for you to drive the show. Tell me what you want to talk about that O-line depth. We can get a good look at that tonight, probably. September in Columbus, usually a little warm. Should be in the 80s at game time. So probably going to go through some dudes, have to play some backups due to cramping and all that shit. So going to be really interesting to see who comes in. Like who's your sixth man? Probably who's our sixth man? Says name on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, it's okay. Nobody's listening. Tick, 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 tick. All right, I'm going to call it. I'm not getting any feedback in the chat. So I will see you folks tomorrow. I'll let you know what time. Go Bucks.